Hope everybody is doing well. I wanted to hop on because I know I scheduled a live today and I pushed it till tomorrow. It's kind of the first day since Tuesday that I haven't spent the day kind of on and off crying. Mocha has been, let me see if I can turn the camera around for a minute. You see the Mocha's and what she's doing. She's been with, she's there. She's just been there by my side kind of all day. Crocheted. Well, I've been crocheting. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? She said, no, I want scratches, huh? I want scratches. There she is. There's the Mochas. Yes, you've been a good girl. You've just kind of stuck by me all day, haven't you? Haven't you? You have. You've been a good girl. You've been a good girl. There you go, Sandy. There's Mocha's. She's just been huddling by the couch pretty much all day. Haven't you? There she is. She's been a sweetie pie. Hi, entertaining. Hi, Jason P. I tried to just muster up the energy, and I realized I was really tired. I had a thought before I go to bed. I wanted to give you all an update. The plane ticket has been purchased both directions. So she is coming August 15th through the 22nd. And that in itself was a huge weight and a huge kind of like, and it's the first day, I think, since Tuesday that I just haven't bursted into tears or haven't been crying a lot. Yeah, Kim, and I thought I don't have it within me to do it. And so I've been kind of working all day, and this took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to do. And I'm actually going to go to Walmart. I don't like Red Heart, but Walmart has, Red Heart has like a silver sparkle yarn that I'm going to get. But look what I was able to do. Here you go, Jason P. Disco ball keychains. Aren't these cool? But you do not know what it took me because I tried to use this yarn, but for some reason, this yarn, instead of this lighter blue, this yarn was like thicker, and it wasn't matching up with the purple and the black that I had, and it was driving me nuts. Because when I made the strip, this was longer than the other. So, I got the keychain holder things, and I figured out how to do this, but I'm going to go and get, it's a silver yarn, and it sparkles, but aren't these cool? So cool. But it took me, I'm like, this will be a quick project, and it didn't end up being that. But I will be making more of these. And the blanket that I need to work on didn't get happening today, but I will be making more of these, and then I'll be putting them up in the thing. But I think these came out really cool. They kind of look like disco balls, and I think that these are better than my original idea, which was to make an actual like hanging disco ball out of crochet. I think this is something that people can put on their backpacks, or they could put, in their car. They could put on their keychains. And just remember that, you know what, a disco ball. And then if I can use the sparkling yarn with it, it kind of has that reflection of the disco ball. So I finally got this. It took a while to kind of figure out how I wanted to do it and what needle to use and what was going to work. And so all day long, this dog has like cuddled by my side on the couch. She's just not wanted to leave me by my side. So I've started realizing I need to put things in place. One of the things, like last night, I found was my new trick of putting Jell-O pudding, like instant pudding mix, in yogurt, which has been a lifesaver. Well, guess what I found? I found what was it? They found I found peppermint, like peppermint patties and Jello, like in instant pudding mix Jello powder, and I put that in my yogurt, my cup of yogurt for my before I went to bed, and I put in 2 tablespoons of mini chocolate chips, which was only 6 points, and it was like having mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I was like, I did it again this afternoon. I'm like, yep, I'm craving that again, and it didn't taste exactly like it, but it took that craving of like, this is what I want to go to do, but this is a lot healthier and another option. So it was great. It was great to put that in the ice cream. Hi, Joyfully. I'm going to get. I'm going to. Hi, Alfonso. I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna get silver. So I'm gonna make ones, Jason, that are all silver. Like the whole thing is silver. So it looks more like a disco ball. And I'll make color ones like that, but I probably will use some kind of sparkle yarn. I may not always use sparkle, but anyway. I've got some things to do, you know. But tomorrow I want to have that discussion about planning for success because I'm realizing that I need to plan. Oh yeah, it's silver, so I would make the whole thing silver. I want to plan for success. I know when we drop my aunt off at the airport on the 22nd, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be hard to go to the airport. It's going to be hard to give her that hashtag one last hug. It's going to be hard to get in the car. It's going to be hard to get home, come home, and deal with all of those emotions. There will be a gratitude beyond belief that it happened and we had that time. But I also know that that time is going to go a lot faster than I want it to go. It's going to go so quick. And so making sure that if I'm going to do some freezer meals, that they're done and prepped and in the freezer so that 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 weekend and that the rest of the month of August is going to be difficult. So I need to make sure that I'm prepping for making sure that we're eating correctly, because I know my instinct is to go just pick something up. Now today we were all so tired, so what did we do? We stopped off at Jersey Mike's and picked up salads, because at least I felt it was healthy, but I was just so tired that I just couldn't do anything, because everything wears you out. And then when you have a chronic illness and you've dealt with all of the stress, then your body just goes, it's just like it's starting to kind of unwind a little bit. And I'm starting to say, okay, I need to put tools in place. You guys within this community, and let me just say, people stepped up. The whole ticket wasn't covered. Maybe that'll happen. But those people that did, that made it happen so it wasn't so much of a ouch for all of us. And my aunt, we told my aunt today, I'm not going to put out names out there. And I said that from day one. She wanted to say from the bottom of her heart, thank you, that she gets to give her family one last hug, at least here. Those that were able to help and those that will continue to help, have given a person that is, leaving this world one last wish. And so she wanted to make sure that she just wanted everybody to know, thank you for your prayers, those that were able to support a little bit and make this happen. Thank you. If anybody still wants to send any funds through Venmo or Cash App, you can go to that post that has one last hug. And it's also in the video. Hi, Anthony. It's also in the video that says one last hug. It's down there, the post link. and it would be greatly appreciated. Um, and if you haven't checked out Cricket's channel, go check it out, because she was so helpful to us. She's a travel agent, she was so helpful to us because our head was spinning. We couldn't look up all the flights and all the times, and we had to reach out for help. And we were like, well, we'll just look at this flight and that flight. It was just like, it was so overwhelming. So she was so she helped to make it so much easier and smoother. And then we had another situation in the mix of all this going on. I'm not going to go into details about that, but that resolved itself today to some degree. At least the process has started to resolve it. And so that was like one more thing off of our plate. So, but I can't thank you enough. And she wanted to just thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers. But I didn't turn on my computer to do StreamYard today. And Anthony, I use this and I use StreamYard, so I alternate at times between the two. Yep, death and taxes, absolutely. And yes, and I have to do that. I've been so tired that it's been I've got to get back to watching playlists of people and stuff, but I've been really tired. But we are officially, for those people that are asking, putting Mocha watches up every day. We are. Oh, that would be so sweet, Jason. I can't even think. I think we're 490 hours away from 3,000. So I'm going to continue putting pictures of Mocha up every day. If there's an update on the watch hours and say, Mocha watch, this is where we are. So I put a picture up this morning. It was 490 hours away. So if anybody can go in and just watch anything, that's one of the reasons why I put those streams on, those nature streams for y'all, because I used the one I put up last night. I loved it. And I just sat there, and after I was still up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I could not go to sleep. And Cricket was on, and I just watched those falling purple leaves that I had in that house. And I got my mind off something, and then the music was playing, and I was asleep shortly after that. But you can always put those in the background and let them run, and that will help. So if you haven't seen any of them, they're usually about 10 hours long. Most of them I do for 10 hours. There's just the birds that I forgot to plug the laptop in before I started, and it ended up like cutting down the live. But the rest of them are 10 hours long. And so, well, thank you, Alfonso. I thought it was really cool. It was just, when I heard that music that I found and that Pacific one, I just thought, I just loved it. I thought it was just so calming. It was a really, hi Javen, it was a really calming music in the background. It was so calming. But I know I'm going to have to come up with tools to prepare for her here. Oh, I'm sorry you're exhausted, Javen. I hope you get some rest. Turn in one of our nature streams and just relax. And like I said tonight, I know people are asking what can we do for you, and just being here. And then when it's time, watch The Incredible Hulk all day. When it's time, when the 22nd happens, I know that it's going to be hard. And I know that I'm going to have to lean on the support that I have created. Hi, Mona. I'll have to lean on it. I have no choice. Y'all are not gonna let me go back. And I sat there today and I was like at 400 and no, not 400. I have 400 watch hours in my head, and I was at 4.4. I got back on the scale today because I thought I gotta just check. And I'm really glad that I didn't beat myself up the other day when I gained a pound. And I'm like, okay, this isn't working. I'm like, no, you're under a lot of stress. And I remember somebody saying when you're under a lot of stress, sometimes that will help you. You'll maybe gain a pound or two here and there when you're under stress. I remember somebody saying that, and I'm like, a lot of this, Mary, is just weight fluctuation and stress. Don't beat yourself up. Don't go backslide now. You've worked too hard. And I got on the scale this morning. I was back to 4.4 pounds. No, I don't. I know the Hulk. I've watched it many, many, many years ago. Um, so, I was just like, I'm glad I didn't beat myself up for it because I knew that stress can make you fluctuate. Yeah, it's been years since I've seen the Hulk. We actually sat down this afternoon and just watched, what was it? I'm gonna forget about it now. Who's the Boss? I haven't seen Who's the Boss. Okay, that's fine, Anthony. And if you want to include your information in there, I'll be glad to send you a couple soap caddies too as well. You can rave about them to other people. He had a fun thing, and on my community post while I'm talking about it, there is a channel. And Anthony, if you want to put the link in the description for it, you can go ahead and do it. I'm gonna forget what it is because I'm really tired. But the community post is there. They are doing a raffle this Monday, and I'm donating 2 soap caddies for it. Um, was it when was it, Anthony? I forgot. Not that I forgot. I just got so much on my head. But they are doing a raffle because I think that the person who's doing the raffle, their wife is not doing well, and they're doing a raffle with fishing stuff and other things going on. And so, if you want to put a link to that raffle, you can, Anthony. And it's also underneath my community post. I posted the raffle because it's for a good cause, and it's on my community post. But if you want to go, and we're so close, guys. We are. I just feel it's like it's not. I can't tell you what's my favorite because I haven't seen the Hulk in years. I watched it. I loved Dukes of Hazzard, um, Knight Rider, um, but I haven't seen the Hulk in so long. I couldn't tell you what was my favorite one. But I remember the actor that played in it, but I haven't seen it in years. I was more of a Wonder Woman girl when I was growing up. Wonder Woman, believe me, sometimes. And that's the raffle if anybody's interested in it. If not, just go over and at least give a thumbs up and a comment, just so that it spreads more out there. But just come in and sit and support. We're all here to support and help each other and get through this thing that we call life. I loved it. Hi, Seventh. I loved it when, I was on Anthony's channel earlier today and he was talking and he said, you know what? You're just really cool. And he said, I don't think I'd watch you if you were doing crochet. And I said, well, I just say I'm blessed to crochet, but you're blessed to fish. And I said, I don't want to teach anybody to crochet. And he said, probably if you were crocheting, I wouldn't be watching you. And I said, well, I can send you all places to tutorials for crochet, but that's not this girl. I just want to connect with people, and I want people to enjoy, and build those connections and those friendships, because I sit there thinking to myself, this is going to be a tough little bit coming ahead. This is not fun to think of what the, what the upcoming is going to be like. What I don't even want to, it's bittersweet, and I'm thinking, what would I do without the community that is over on Lifeboat, over on Reese's channel, over on this channel? What would I do? I don't know, and I'm grateful for it. And I know people that I can call that, you know, that will be there, because my mom's in the middle of it. This is her sister-in-law. My daughter, this is her great aunt. I'll have to look that one up, Javen. For my husband, this is, his aunt. And so we're all in the mix of the situation. We all are it. And it's, now you can send it. I have to let that, you can send it, because I know other people will enjoy it. And I can still put it in and have one cookie. I'm not, I mean, like, when I have my little yogurt thing at night, I'm still enjoying it. And I'm putting 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips in it. It's all of about 2 points for the 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. But I'm telling you, tonight I had the Sonic, y'all, birthday cake. Delicious. And you put this in 2 tablespoons of non-fat Greek yogurt, and then this becomes like 3 points. And then it cost me like 5 points. A huge thing, cup of yogurt. And then I add a little water to it, because otherwise it gets dry. And then you put 2 tablespoons, and you sit there and you've got a dessert. But it's healthy. And I took some frozen cherries, and I took a whole container of non-fat Greek yogurt, mixed it in the food processor, and added a little bit of chocolate Jello instant pudding mix into it, like 2 tablespoons, and put that in the freezer. So if I want something cold, it'll be very, very little points. Yeah, I'm tired. Does it show? Does it show that bad, Mona? The reason I came on is because I didn't want anybody to worry. Yeah, I didn't put a community post on today. I just thought I can't go on earlier. I was this is the first day I've gotten through without breaking down in tears, every couple hours. And you just get overwhelmed. And it was like, I'm tired. And I'm thinking, no, we'll do this tomorrow. I've made sure that I've made sure, like, I've gotten stuff together to do paint pours, and I've got the earrings to paint, and things like that in place, so that when we come home, hopefully this blanket that I'm working on, let me see if I can flip without showing y'all our mess, right? This is this blanket. This is this blanket. At least if I'm for that is the blanket. I've been hurting, I think. This is this blanket. And I still have several more months to go, but that's the blanket. So everybody knows what blanket I'm talking about. This is the monster of a blanket. And this is just half of it. This is not even the whole thing, because I've got it folded. So, let's see. It would be two. See, is this side like this? See, like underneath there? That's the monster of a blanket. Literally, that yeah, it's a temperature blanket. Oh no, this one's getting commissioned, and I need to get it done because the lady needs it by Christmas. And I know Christmas is going to come around really, really fast. But I've got, things like I want to get some of these rocking and rolling. Oh, you didn't see them, I made a disco ball. Keychains. I'm going to put them up in the merch store. This one I think I may give to Christina. We'll see. Or I may save. I may make my first one for myself and keep it for me. But I made the disco ball for us. I just have to have Josh fix it because the hook needs to go on 2 of this parts. But I'm going to do silver. Yeah, I did. I fixed the letters. I gave the person the blanket. The baby was born safe and sound, a new addition to my husband's family. I was able to fix that. But I have stuff for a craft show I'm doing. All right. Well, thank you, Anthony. You too. I have a craft show that I'm doing, so I need to get that with my mom. I also did, and I'll show them to you tomorrow because they're in the bedroom. I did towel holders, so you don't have to. They go the holds the towels on the oven. So how I don't know if many people do it, but we keep our towels on the oven and then they fall off. But I made towel holders, so I want to do some of those. So I have things in place. The earrings, I've got the little we tried the weighted blankets with Christina. It didn't work. 490 watch hours away from 3,000. That's all we need. I've got the little discs coming to be able to paint pour over those so that we can make them for people that want those as stitch markers. So I have those things coming. I've got the earrings here, but I think what's probably going to do is I may do a little bit of like paint. I have to paint them all white. Because when you paint pour, if I don't, you'll see why when I show you tomorrow. But I'm saving all those things for after Patty leaves, because I know that hopefully the blanket will be done, and I'll be looking for other things, and those things have to get done anyway, and they will be very good distractions. And then I'm going on Kim's channel on Tuesday to talk about One Last Hug. So I will be on her channel talking about that. I told her already I'm probably going to cry at some point through the whole thing, but I don't think I'll be as emotional as I was this week. But I think it's a really important topic. And I think that this whole thing is important because, like Tommy was talking about tonight, I said, what are the tools to use when you know you're going through something difficult? And it was, you're going through something difficult. You know it in advance. How do you prepare for it? How do you make sure that on the 22nd, when she leaves, it's really easy to stop by and get something, or it's real easy to eat, overeat because you're tired, you don't want to deal with the pain. You know it's coming and it's hard. And so all right, I'll look forward to it. How do you, it's kind of like if you don't have an action plan, I thought it was really ingenious when he said, kind of put yourself in the journal and start putting them questions in your head that's going to kind of be like, I don't know whoever's watched it, but our family is a big When Calls the Heart fan. And they started off with the episodes from Coal Valley, and it was a coal mine. Of course, they take it way back, like in the 1900s. And they talked about the canary in the coal mine, where when it stopped chirping, then everybody realized something was going to happen. And I thought, he said, start putting questions down that are going to say, if I'm skipping over those things, that I'm going in a direction I shouldn't be going in. And I thought, exactly. If I start isolating myself, that's not a good thing. going to, not getting on here and coming and doing lives and connecting with you all. That's not a good thing. So there may be times after she leaves, and I know that there are people that are going, oh, this silly lady, and she's on here crying. Well, there's going to be times just for those people that come on. Hi, Lisa. And, that are going to come on and sit there and go, not going to understand what's happening. But, okay, Javen, thank you for stopping in. And that's okay. But I need to, even if it means I have to come on and, put the live in a private status for a while, then I will. But I need to make sure that I'm not coming on. And even if it means I'm coming on through tears. And when we get the phone call that says she's no longer here, it's going to be kind of a journal of how to grieve. It's a grieving process put out there right in front of you. Hi, Lydia. So I need to make sure that as hard as, like, I don't want to go on. I don't want to show people what this looks like. I don't want to be a damper of bad news. I want, but it's all part of life. It's showing it to the people in front of you. It's showing them going, here you go. So it's important. And I know the community will be understanding. And but I need to know for myself, okay, these are the signs that I'm not doing so hot. These are the things that if I'm not doing these things, that I'm going backwards. I'm not leaning on the support of it. Yep. Be true to your feelings, absolutely. And you know what? That song, and I need to listen to it by Jelly Roll, but you know what? There's going to be days I'm going to be saying, nah, I'm not okay today, and that's okay. If possible, and I don't know if she'll do it or not, but if I can get Patty on here when she's here, I love my aunt. I mean, she was the cool surfing aunt. She was just she's still, she doesn't surf anymore. She's just she was just the surfing aunt that really has had a very rough life. She didn't have an easy one. Her dad died young. She had a mother that was, undiagnosed bipolar and abuse in every direction. And, there was a lot. And she was thrown a lot. And she struggled with drugs and alcohol for years. She was a single mom and then got married and then got divorced and had, had some injuries and went through the cycle of everything. But she came, it took her in her 50s to finally get to a point where she went someplace for a year and got her life in check, and she's just been in such an awesome place in her life for the past, the past couple of years. She's just been so proud of her. But I don't know if she's still like this, with the cancer diagnosis or anything, but I mean, my dad was the same way. I mean, he was we used to call him the Energizer Bunny. It was just something about that side of the family. Just, especially for them too. It was just like, just chill. I don't know how they did it. But my dad had the same way. He was just like the little Energizer Bunny engine that could, and my aunt's kind of the same way. And I think they kind of, my dad was 10 years, well, no, longer than that. 15 years younger than my aunt. So 15 years older. So he was almost out of the house by the time Patty came around. And so they didn't really grow up together. And I think to some degree, even though my dad would never admit it, they were probably similar. In the sense of their energy level. I mean, she was just, and so I love my aunt, but she can drive you nuts sometimes. But I'll take all the driving nuts that I can, because she's here for right now. And so that's her. Did you hear what my mom just said? She said, "Yeah." My aunt said to my mother, "I'm coming up there to drive you all crazy." That's Patty. Um, so she's just, um, but you know, and yet when she leaves, we'll miss the craziness. You know, we'll miss the craziness. But she's had a rough life, but she knows where she's going. People know where you're going in life. Know where you're going when you leave this world. If you haven't read the Bible, take a good look at it, because there's the truth right there. She says, "I know where I'm going, and I know she'll see my dad and her brother and her mom and her dad and all that kind of stuff." Yep. I was thinking the other day, I lost my mom and dad and brother, my whole nuclear family in the last 2 years. Haven't shed a tear, just broken, but I think it's just numb. I think I'm just numb too much at once. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely. Big hug. Absolutely. That's a lot. That's a lot. I think that was kind of, I mean, I didn't lose a lot of people, but if you go back and listen to my 2013 story, by the time we got to August of 2013, and my uncle passed away. Now, understand, my uncle and I did not have a very close relationship, because of what had happened. And I did tell that on Surviving Together, but I will tell that story on my channel at one point, that happened between the two of us. There was inappropriate touching at one point, and several times. And so, because of that, our relationship from probably about 14 on just wasn't close. But because of all the stuff happening within 2013, it was probably a year before I even grieved over through all of it. Because it wasn't just my uncle passing away, it was my dad getting dementia, and you knew what was happening with that. And then you had, we moved my parents and all this stuff, and my daughter got diabetes. It was just like one thing after another. And you do numb yourself because you're done with it. And we did that with my dad to some degree. It was just like, okay, you can't do, okay, one more thing you can't do. Well, then there's one more thing you can't do. Well, there's one more thing. And then you just go, you know, oh, I believe me, I will be reaching out. There's people within my community. I know several. And there are a lot in here in the chat that are not going to allow me to isolate myself. They are not going to allow me to go in a hole. If I'm not in chats, they know what's going on. If I'm not sitting in the lifeboat, if I'm not sitting, now sometimes in the morning, if I'm not in the lifeboat, it's because I've had a difficulty going to sleep. And thankfully that, oh, Mona, please take care. Please, 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 much love, please. I know that there's going to be people asking me, are you okay? I've been thinking about you and praying for you. They're gonna be reaching out. If I don't come in the lifeboat in the morning, it's because I've not gone to bed, and I've had trouble going to sleep, and so I'll sleep maybe till like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm not a total night owl, but sometimes it's just insomnia that wins the battle. And then if But if I miss several days worth of the boat, people are going to be noticing it. They're going to be, wait a minute. What's happening with Mary? Got to make sure she's okay. And then I think really setting that, that Blessed Disco Ball Warriors group up is really helpful, because I'm making myself be accountable to the people within that group. If I'm struggling, if I've done anything, I'm gonna nag you too, and you know it, Mona. You know it. You better take care of yourself, girl. Better, better, better. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lydia. Please take care of yourself. I hope your knee's getting better. But you've had a lot on your plate too as well. But I think too, there won't be any, we won't, she wants her, just trigger warning for anybody that gets triggered by it. She wants her ashes to be spread in the ocean. So I know that we won't go there for that. And so, there won't be a resolve for that. Oh, I'm so sorry, hun. So we'll figure out a way to have some kind of. Okay. And Alfonso, I may say to you tomorrow, I'm not gonna. I may not be able to come on. I'm going to do the live tomorrow about being prepared, but I don't know if I'm going to be up to another live that evening. So just keep me in the loop. Let me know. Yep. But we won't be having anything, so that'll be hard too, because I don't know if there'll be this will be the goodbye. If she's here, this will be the goodbye part. And we still at one point have to take my dad's, his ashes and place them at the place up here in the cemetery. So we're going to try to get that scheduled to do sometime in September. We can't handle it in August, but in September. But Miss Mocha, literally, I'm no joke. I'll let you see Mocha again. But I didn't see my face, right? There's the Mokies. There's the Mokies. She's literally been on the couch with me all day long, realizing that I just needed love. Huh. Yeah, she says, I haven't wanted to leave your side all day. She's been under the blanket with this blanket here. One point she was underneath it. One point I fell asleep on the couch and she took a nap, right? Right, Mocha? Is it the witching hour, Mocha? Mocha. 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 Mocha, you can't be that out, can you? Oh, look at this. Look. You go, please. Please, huh? Please. Are you going to say hi? Here she is. Who would hurt this baby? I'm so sorry. The people that we got her before were mean to her. Anybody would hurt her. Right? We got you all protected, Mocha, now. Nobody gonna hurt you no more. Oops. You got to see my laundry that needs to get put away. That hasn't got put away yet. I thought I would. Oh. I'll get the little part out. Anyway, it is what it is, right? It's life. Life gets in the way. Laundry needs to get put away. I got laundry done. I just haven't gotten it put away yet. I'm sorry, Lisa. I love cats, but cats do not like my allergies. Your doggo? Yeah. Mocha is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. She was actually, before we got her, she was a foster, and then she became a foster fail. We got her back when she was about a year and a half, and my daughter just fell in love with her. So she's actually my daughter's dog, but we're caring for her because my daughter can't have her where she lives right now. But she was actually, she was actually, you gonna say hi now, huh? She was actually, here, I'll let you now, she's gonna turn. You guys see, there you are. She was actually held by the collar and choked by neighborhood kids that thought it was funny. And then she was taken to her next home where she was beaten every time she did something wrong. So when we got her, she's come a long way. She's still, whenever she goes to the vet, she has to be given some sleepy medicine so that they can do nail trims and stuff because she gets too anxious for that. She still has some times where she is fear aggressive, like stranger danger, because she wants to make sure that people know, I'm scared of you. I don't know if you're going to hurt me. So I don't know who would do that. And I think she probably was taken away from her mom before she was too soon. We have a funny feeling that happened. Yeah. She said, I know you needed me today, huh? Oh, I'm sorry for that. A sleepy mocha. And the crazy thing is my daughter does not like doesn't like coffee. And so once she wanted to adopt her, she I said, you can change your name. And she goes, no. She said, I want to keep her as Mocha. So, yeah. But she loves hiding under blankets. Did I stop? Did you see that? Look at her. See, she's nudging me. She's nudging me. She's like, don't stop. See if I can do it, and she'll do it again. She's like, excuse me. Excuse me, you stop petting me, huh? You stop petting me, huh? You're too funny. Earlier today, when she was in my mom's room and I went by and I didn't acknowledge her and she was whining for me. It was like, okay, did you need it? Huh? She's silly. She's silly. She's a dog. But we have to literally have her taken because if we try to, she'll let us fool with her paws, but we can't trim her nails. She gets too anxious for it. So she actually has a visit to the vet in the middle of the month because we want to make sure that her nails are short enough. With my aunt's skin, we want to make sure that it doesn't scrape her skin or anything like that. Because we try to not get her to jump, but sometimes she does. We try. Yeah, we'll get there. 490 is like, I can't believe it. Like, so close to it. But I'll just keep putting up the pictures. If you see a picture, if you see Mocha's picture up, you'll know it'll be a Mocha watch. Right? It'll be a Mocha watch to tell everybody where we are. But I just thought I can't go to bed without you guys knowing the update. So plane tickets made. It was taken care of. They're still, again, it wasn't totally paid, but it helped what we were able to get. More than you all will ever know. We were so grateful for what God blessed us with last night. And if anybody else feels that, led, the information's in the post. But those that came beside and helped us last night, we were so, so grateful beyond belief. I just can't express it. And Patty wanted you all to know thank you for your prayers and your thoughts and the help. We're so grateful. And she's grateful. And so it was a blessing. It was an answer to prayer for sure. Absolutely, because we didn't think we were going to get that. And take one day at a time. That's all we can do, right? And I think probably next week I will do a live stream about putting tools in place so that you guys know what tools I'm going to be using and things that if you're looking to help me or help somebody else. I think the question, Tommy says, ask her questions about what she wants. I thought, you know what? I think it's really important that when somebody's going through something like what we're going through right now, the question is then asked, time to go outside? Come on, go. Time to go outside. Come on, Mocha. That the question is asked, what can I do for you? How can I help you? What are the things that I need to be looking for if you are doing that? Maybe something that could lead you down a road you don't want to go down. Whether it's eating more than you should, or maybe it's, drinking or whatever it is. For me, if you don't see me in the lifeboat, in a couple days, it means I've self-isolated myself. And that's never good. So people that are there that can reach out and say, hey, we're here, or they're going to be popping up on my videos going, get on a live. Remember, you can do this and we're here for you and we got you. Those things can and will make a difference. But asking, the person going through it, what can I do? What can I do for you? And then the awkward question becomes, what can I do for you? But what's the words? Through this process, there's been more times that people have said to me, I don't have the words for this. The words that I could come up with are so they're so insignificant. They're not anything that's, a lot of people don't know what to say. It's like, well, what do you say to somebody that's going to have a family member pass away? What do you say? What do you do? And I'm thinking, it was, and I was on Risa's stream tonight, and I felt, I sat there, she's kind of going through something with a family member that she's losing, and I'm sitting there going, we don't know what's often going on in somebody's life. She was not on, she was so much on every day. And then she was going through some stuff and she wasn't on for a couple of days. And we all were worried about her. Well, we don't know what's going on in somebody's life. And I'm thinking that, that understanding and of what she's going to be dealing with. And there may be some times where she just is not able to come on because the emotions are too strong and she just can't handle it. And the only thing we can do for her is pray. And we have her P.O. box. Her P.O. box sent, she said the other day in the live, she goes, I love getting handwritten cards. Pay attention to those things. And when somebody says something and go, you know what? I'm realizing, she said, I like handwritten cards. I've sent her a cupcake, which she was thrilled about, and I sent butterfly gummies. She likes gummy bears, but I got her butterfly gummy bears because I told her, "See, you've blossomed so much." And then I crocheted a beautiful shawl for her, and so I sent that to her recently. But I'm gonna send her a, a card just to say we're thinking of you as you're doing, you're losing somebody that you love, because I'm walking, you know, down a similar path. I know how difficult it is, and how even doing the thing that you love and coming live and connecting can sometimes be overwhelming because you're just so tired, because you're like, I've spent the entire day crying. I'm tired. Just keep telling her I love you. That's all you need. Absolutely. Memories. Oh, we will be. And I was thinking of you last night too. I'll be praying. Yep. And Lisa, if you need anything, please reach out to any one of us. Please, we'll be more than glad to help. If it's just to hear, talk, or just be there in any way, please don't forget to reach out. And I did put, and Nightbot just dropped it, with the Lighthouse Beacons, which is our Facebook group, for the Blessed to Crochet. So if you want to hop over there and put in a request to come in, we do have the other one, but trying to separate the beacons for like this whole page, and then make the Disco Warriors for people that are just trying to lose weight and eat healthier. Keep them separate, but people can be in both groups if they need it, for sure. Absolutely. But nobody's going to suffer in silence. Nobody's going to be on the couch going, I need somebody. And, yeah. See, like Jason's like, I don't see you on the lifeboat. Nope, ain't allowed. Because, you know, they'll be getting after me. And we need people like that. We need people. Hi, Michelle. We need people like that. Welcome. We need people like that are going to come in and say, hey, it's this, what's going on? Are you okay? Do you know how much that means to somebody when they're noticed like that? When they're a part of a community enough? Like if Jason P wasn't in the lifeboat for a couple of days, man, I'd be reaching out and saying, are you okay? Or if whoever it was that I know is in there familiar, then I would be absolutely reaching out and making sure they're okay. It makes a huge difference when you're noticed enough that if you're not in there, what's happening? Especially if you know that they're going through a difficult time. It is so hard to lose a family member. I lost my mother, 7/4/23. I was her caregiver, which both helped. It makes it harder. I caregived for my dad and helped my mother for 7 years. I know, absolutely. I am so sorry, Michelle. Thoughts and prayers, hon. If you need the lifeboat, please. The lifeboat is an amazing place to go if you are not already a crew member on the lifeboat. Great sense of support. We have the lighthouse beacons for this page as a way of just support and connection. Yeah, I'm going to make myself, I thought to myself, I may need to go live a little bit every day. There may not be a fancy thumbnail for it. Doesn't need to be. Just here, I'm checking in, making sure I'm okay. I've got you. There may be some ugly crying that may happen, but if I need to sit there and go, you know what, I need to check in for the next, 2 weeks after she leaves every day and process it with you guys, then that's what we'll do. If it helps somebody else realize, too, that, you know what, This is what connection is. This is what can really make a huge difference when you connect with people. Yes, I was touched that Mrs. C emailed to check on me when the Hurricane Brewer came through. Oh, that was awesome. I've been through hurricanes. I've been through Andrew, Wilma. Wilma was horrible. We were in the middle of the eye for Wilma. Wilma and Irma. And little piddly storms throughout that. This season has not been in, I shouldn't say it because it's not totally over yet. We've had rain the past 2 days. Pretty bad, yeah, rain. But we haven't had any, like, major. Last year we were having lots of storms. And there was a couple really scary ones that popped up. We haven't had that yet. We needed the rain. See what I'm wearing too? So it's hooked up. This is hooked into my little Weight Watchers app, so it's going to track my steps because my phone doesn't always track my steps. So here I'm going to have you all make sure that I'm wearing my little tracker thing, so I can make sure that it can put in and know how many steps I'm walking in a day. So now I got to put that on. My husband got a new one because his new watch, he got it like a deal off of eBay or something like that. A used one, and that watch is a Garmin, is connected in with his Dexcom. So he's like, I'll get that one and I'll give you my old one. I was like, I don't care. So I haven't had a watch in good night gracious years. So I've been wearing it tonight, but it feels weird. But I said, can I at least have a purple band instead of a black one? I think he's trying to work on getting me a purple band. I'm the purple girl. So I'm tired today, but I'm not like so emotional today. It's been not such an emotional day. I think having her flight paid for and booked was huge, and getting the other issue kind of, getting that handled by the person that needed to start handling that situation, that helped. And then you could just kind of go, relax a little bit. Well, it's a Garmin. I don't know. My husband would know. It's a Garmin. Yeah, it's a Garmin. And he had a Garmin. It's a used one that he got, but the Garmin that he got is one that can connect with his Dexcom because he's a diabetic. So he said, well, I want that. He got that one. He won it off of eBay. It was a used one. And he said, I'll get that one. And he said, then I'll give you my old Garmin and you can use that. I'm like, I don't care. So this one, Venus, or no, not Venus. I guess this one is the one he got because then it can hook into his Dexcom so like he can see his blood sugars on his watch. And he said, I'll give you my old one. But then this way, it's on me and it connects into my Weight Watchers app so it can tell me how many steps I've taken in a day. Sometimes with the fibromyalgia, there's not many steps that happen. It all depends on what I'm feeling. My husband had to go out yesterday or today and go now yesterday, but he had to go out and get his go to the DMV for something and go out. And he says, you want to go out? And I'm like, I am too tired. And then I fell asleep for a while. Hi, Danielle. Yep, we got it. We got the ticket. And again, the thing is still there. If anybody wants to contribute, they can still do it. But in the bathroom, we have one of those little mirrors, and all of a sudden I was sleeping and all I heard was crash and I couldn't figure out what it was. I mean, I have my have 4 phones outside, iPhones playing people's, their YouTube channels, and sometimes I'll have running my stuff on different channels, different accounts, and so forth. And I thought maybe a phone blew up outside, but it was a little mirror in the bathroom. It made such a horrible noise. I thought, what in the heck is that? Couldn't figure out. Dropped. It woke me up out of a dead sleep. I was straight up. I was like, oh my goodness. That was not fun. All right, Michelle. Well, thank you for stopping in. I'm going to get off here too and go get ready for bed and go to bed. But I wanted to stop in because I just felt like you all may be concerned. I want to make sure you knew the flight was bought. There's, again, if anybody feels led to contribute, they can. It will go towards the remainder of the cost of the flight, and then, maybe a little bit of things to do while she's here, and then whatever left is going to go directly to Patty to go home with. But that, no obligation. It's just there if you feel led to do so. But we're gonna do some things. We're gonna prepare for what is going to be hard. I think that the lack of not planning will be my fall. I will not be just. I won't be just 5 pounds heavier. I won't be back to where I started when I started this journey. I'm going to be 15 pounds heavier if I don't make sure that that doing things to prepare. Like, I know I need to make sure that I've got freezer meals in the freezer and things prepared so that I'm not tempted to just say, oh, let's just go to Arby's and pick something up tonight. And, oh, we could just have this, or I'm not eating well enough. And so all those things need to happen, and you can certainly prepare to be successful, and we can do that together. So thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for just an amazing community of people. I can't thank you all enough. I give a huge shout out for Tommy to starting the lifeboat for me, finding the lifeboat. I found it through AA Ron, and I didn't think I needed it, but boy, did I ever. And he said, if you've got a voice to do, say and speak, do it. I never thought in a million years my mom and I would start a YouTube channel, but I'm really, really glad we did. And I have gained brothers and sisters that I've got family. My family blood relation on my mom's side is shrinking, but it's growing by leaps and bounds with all the brothers and sisters I have. So I'm so grateful. So thank you all so much. Have a great night. We will get on tomorrow. I think I scheduled it for 2 o'clock. If by chance I wake up tomorrow and either I'm just not up to it, or I'm tired, or I have something, if I need to postpone that till Sunday, I will. And I will postpone it, and then I'll put a community post up. At this point, I don't plan on postponing that. And again, just anybody wants to go watch anything, go ahead and watch it. I think I'm going to put on that stream I did last night. I thought it was so cool with the house and the purple leaves falling and the music in the background. I mean, it just put me right to sleep. I may put that on a different account tonight and let it just lull me to sleep. It was very relaxing because I just made myself just put the phone up and just look at the house and look at the leaves. So it was very, very relaxing. Very relaxing. So love you all. Stay connected, you all. And like we always say too now, we got you covered. And thanks for getting me covered. Love you all. See you later on. Bye-bye. Stay connected.